Hello.
I don't know if that's
Welcome to Driving Home.
Guys, this is wow. This is the second time we've done this.
Because
One of those days,
It is.
then some. But let me tell you what's going on here. So, welcome to Driving Home.
hello.
For the first
Welcome again.
Again, for the first time ever, we are actually driving home. On Driving Home, this is an experiment. We don't normally drive because of the background noise. But as this is a visually sort of podcast, and this is how we do car reviews,
Yeah, we're going to see how it goes.
we're going to see how it goes. And a lot of people who we've asked in previous podcasts, I've seen quite a few comments say, well, just try it.
Yeah,
So that's what we're going to do.
we're just going to try it.
Yeah. A podcast whilst we're driving, and we'll try and speak up. I'll try and do some post-production so it reduces it, but there's always going to be that background hum, noise, tyre noise. Take your pick. So if you don't like it, let us know. If you do like it or you don't mind, then we can do more of this, because quite frankly, we spend so much time driving, we could get a lot done. But we're not going to do them all driving. It's not all going to be like this. It's just going to be occasional extras. So this is an extra podcast rather than the podcast.
Yeah.
Unless we don't have time to do the podcast, and then it's the normal podcast.
So,
As always, as good as ever. Yes. So yeah, just let us know in the comments if it works or not. The day-to-day that we've had, which before we get to the topic, is just it's taken us 7 hours to
Yeah.
get down to this car event we're driving away from.
What, a 4-hour journey?
Yeah. So we set off at 4:45, and we got down there at 12:30, and we should have been there at 9:30. So that's basic. I mean, we did. It's one of those where they shut the motorway. We did an hour. It took us an hour to do half a mile.
Probably not. We sort of stood still, weren't we, for
Yeah. And then we've just started recording the Driving Home podcast, only for the audio recorder to not actually do any recording for the first 15 minutes. I think we were doing it for.
Yay!
So
It's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah. If anything could go wrong today, it's happened.
It's gonna.
So let's get on with the topic at hand, which is the standard of driving.
Okay, just as I went over the cat's eyes then.
And how it seems to have genuinely got worse.
Since COVID, last year or two.
Yeah, the last year or two. Although, as we've said in the previous podcast that didn't record, is it lack of driving standards that's gone down, or rather the driving standard that's gone down, or people just don't give a crap about the rules anymore? Like driving, oncoming traffic and then cutting in at the last minute in traffic lights and that sort of thing. Which is it? Is it the driving standards? Are people getting worse at driving?
Both. I think I see a lot of people who just don't care.
Oh yeah, that's increased, definitely.
I don't think that that people are going to get into trouble for it. Who's going to stop them?
Well, yeah.
Joe Public's not going to stop them, are they? So your chances of getting caught doing something stupid are slim.
Yeah.
The only thing you'll get caught for is going through a speeding camera.
Yeah, speed
But
cameras.
If you're not speeding and you're just doing stupid, dangerous stuff, or speeding between the cameras, you're not going to get caught, are you?
It's not so much the speeding stuff or the dangerous stuff that really annoys me. That's increased. It's the arrogant sort of.
Well, it's in your traffic jams.
Yeah. I'll drive on the wrong side of the road all the way down this queue and then just dive in
Right at
after
the
the
edge.
traffic lights.
Yeah.
What are people going to do with me?
Yeah, no one's going to stop me.
And we drive a lot for work in and around the Bradford area.
In the rush hours.
Yeah, which has never really been known for its quality of driving. No car insurance,
No.
no car tax,
No.
no driving licence. But even that's
All
got
them.
worse.
Yeah. A lot.
So this is going to vary between parts of the country.
I think it's saying that. I think it's getting worse everywhere. We were driving down here today. There was that guy who just went onto oncoming traffic
Yeah.
and then pulled right across
yeah.
for stop traffic up a road.
Yeah. So So we were on that side, weren't we? And well, for those that can't see what we're doing, it was coming onto oncoming traffic.
There will be those, won't they? I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Down the queue, and then turned left.
Yeah, cutting past all the traffic that was waiting.
Yeah. So effectively, it's like someone queue jumping in a supermarket by just walking to the front and moving someone else out of the way.
I think what happens though, I think people see that you can do this and get away with it and just go, well, why am I queuing?
Well, yeah. I mean, at the risk of going into realms that we probably shouldn't on social media, is this a predominantly male, female, 50-50 split?
Well, it's a predominantly male, but I'm noticing a lot more females doing it now because it always. I kind of expect a young male to do that.
Yeah.
But when you look around and it's a young female, you're going, whoa.
That's unusual.
Yeah, very, very. I guess because a young female's probably more at risk than a male doing it, just because of the repercussions. A guy's more likely to give a female a bit of a shout.
Yeah.
You see it all the time. All the time.
And it really gets on your nerves, doesn't it? Because someone with a stolen car or no insurance, he don't care. But now it's people who are fully legal and they're just queue jumping
that's how
to
they
an
drive.
extreme. Yeah.
They're on the way to work and they're cutting everybody up, going into the wrong lanes and cutting in at the last minute.
They're not really speeding, are they?
Running reds. It's dangerous driving, isn't it? Cutting in between vehicles. There just definitely seems to be more of that. I don't think people are getting their driving licences now on Forza Horizon.
Well, yeah. But I think it is that lack of consequences, isn't it? That's ultimately probably, maybe it is an after COVID effect because of the lack of even less police now on the road, traffic mainly. Yeah. But like I say, if you never get stopped or your mates never get stopped,
then what are you going to do? Exactly what you want.
I mean, how long have you been driving? About similar time to
20 years this year. You've been driving slightly longer, haven't you?
2000 I passed, I think. Basically, a long time. How many times have you seen someone do something, let's say, dickish on the road? So I don't mean like accidentally pulling out on someone. A deliberate, arrogant attempt to do something crap. In 20 years, how many times have you seen someone being pulled for that?
Twice.
In 20 years?
Twice, yeah. And I probably like a lot of listeners and watchers, I see stuff daily, more than once a day on average, doing stuff that's, I say deliberate rather than accidental. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
You can hold your hand up. I didn't see you, on the roundabout. Oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't see you coming. You were in my blind spot of my air pillar, that sort of stuff. Well, we're talking stupid stuff like deliberately cutting people up.
Yep.
And just being, maybe aggressive driving as well. Aggressive driving seems to have increased. So what is it? It's something in the water?
Lack of
it's got
patience? Is it us getting old
No.
and just noticing it more? Because we were the ones that, I mean, I never went anything where close to this.
I overtook cars.
I've done stupid overtakes years and years ago.
Yeah, I look back at them and go...
In a 1 litre Metro.
I've not done that, yeah.
with 60 odd brake horsepower.
But for me, it's almost like 2 or 3 years ago, it would happen on a semi-regular basis.
Yeah.
And then people sort of went, well, actually, why am I queuing here when those guys were just indicating right for half a mile and then pulling in at the last minute? And then more people start doing it. It ends up being like an upside-down pyramid.
Yeah.
There's no consequence for your actions. You're not going to get prosecuted. There's not enough police. Speed cameras ain't going to catch these people. And, quite frankly, it gets to the point sometimes where it's dangerous.
And these people aren't really speeding, are they?
No.
They aren't doing 60 and a 30. They're doing 30 and a 30.
30 and a 30.
And just cutting through the traffic.
Exactly.
So it's like they're on a bike.
Yeah.
Filtering, but in a car.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it's like, isn't it? It's effectively they are filtering through traffic.
So maybe we should modify it from standard of driving gone down to level of arrogance gone up, because it isn't, like you say, maybe the standard of driving isn't really that different, because like we all make mistakes, but it's the arrogance that's driving this sort of behaviour.
Yeah.
And now we're older, damn it. It's those young ruffians.
It's always people in German cars.
Yeah.
Golfs, predominantly.
This could be a Bradford thing. But yeah, Golfs, VAG cars,
VAG
essentially.
groups, yeah. Seats, Cupras.
Yeah.
The Cupras can become, they do make some nice cars, but it's the new chav car, isn't it?
BMWs, but it's usually, I don't know if you would agree with this, a 1 Series.
Yeah, it's always a 1 Series. Yep.
A 120D?
It's probably a diesel because it's Bradford and nobody can afford to put petrol in the cars.
Yeah, but it is a 1 Series, isn't it? 3 Series tend to, they've gone.
Yeah. It's because it's a 1 Series normally, isn't it?
And yeah, Golfs.
Golf R's especially.
And GTDs.
They are the fastest car on the road.
A GTD is absolutely the fastest car in the world.
You get a GTD and a Veyron next to each other and there's no contest. Don't get a black one though.
What was that equivalent then when we started driving? So the year 2000-ish.
You didn't really.
Golf GTI is still a bit.
Oh, what was the equivalent? Yeah, Saxo.
Ah, of course, yeah, that was Max Power era
yeah.
sort of stuff, wasn't it?
Get a Saxo, put some Lambo doors on it.
Old Novas.
Old Novas, yeah. But you didn't cut people up, did you? And if
No, you just had a loud exhaust and was obnoxious with music.
Yeah, music, yeah, but you weren't dangerous in your... Well, you might be a little bit dangerous back then, but you weren't aggressive through it.
You know what it is? People went to meets back then, didn't they? Probably illegal meets where you're doing donuts in a car park, but...
It was a car park.
It was a car community.
Yeah.
They don't seem to happen anywhere near as much as they used to do. You get festivals.
They look to happen in London.
Really?
Watch a couple of... Yeah, is it Adam C on YouTube? He does lots of ones around Reading and the London area, big car meets. But there doesn't seem to be any that I've discovered up. Not that I've been going to them probably, but up around Leeds, Manchester area.
Do you think it's also that drivers are naturally a little bit older? So if you started driving when you're like 18 and you could have just about afford a car when we started and before, but now you're going to have to be like 21, 22, 23 just to be able to afford the insurance for a car. So they're that much, they're that much more older, more confident and arrogant in their aggression. Or what, I don't know. Is there?
Cars are a lot quicker as well than they used to be.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, my first car had, I think it's 59 brake horsepower.
59 whole brake horsepower.
I mean, it weighed about 800 kilograms, so I guess that helped.
Mine had 60, and I used every one of them.
Oh God, yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. I only had 4 gears.
4?
4 gears.
Wow.
And then my second car was a 1.1 Fiesta LX.
X for excitement.
And I'm holding my arms up in an X position for those that aren't watching this. And I can't remember what the BHP was. That probably 68 or something like that, 70. And that was great. Then I had a 1.4 LX again, Nissan Sunny Saloon.
Wow.
That cost me 550 quid.
I remember that car.
Yep, and that was 90 brake horsepower, I believe.
That was actually a really nice car. Electric everything, and it all worked.
Yeah, sunroof and windows, which at the time was a
thing.
Thing, yeah.
Yep.
But my point is, not one of them came close to 100 brake horsepower.
No.
Can you buy a new car today, apart from maybe a small portion, that has less than 100?
Tricky, isn't it?
I mean, look at electric cars.
Yeah.
Even...
that's all at once as well with the delivery of that.
That extra torque. That's what I find is very, very... Well, it's changed over the last, 20 years?
Yeah, torque on vehicles, yeah.
They can squeeze a lot of power out of a 3-cylinder 1 litre now, can't they? And still get the same sort of economy. So they tend to do that. And then, of course, the EVs, like you say, lots of torque. Oh, let's give it 200 brake horsepower.
Because we can.
The Renault Megane E-Tech, 200 brake is standard.
Yeah.
That was a Golf GTI 6, 306 GTI 6 power band when, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Now it seems as the entry level for a family
Civic
car.
Type R, wasn't it, with 200 brake?
Yeah.
Did you think that faster vehicles have made people more impatient? So I want to get there quicker, I've got a faster car.
Is there more traffic now?
Without a doubt. I think given if when you look at the amount of cars parked outside people's houses, there's a hell of a lot more traffic now.
And we're getting a bit of that Japanese effect, I guess, where people can't afford to get their own house, so they're staying at home for longer and they've got that extra spare money from working on a car.
Is it a lot? I guess it's a lot easier to, well, maybe not since Liz Truss crashed the economy, but prior to that.
We're not getting political here.
And Brexit.
Wait a minute. Other economists are available.
Oh, yeah. It was relatively easy to get car finance. I mean, basically, anybody could get car finance, couldn't they?
Well, remember when you used to get free insurance with the Saxo, which essentially led the revolution of the Saxo becoming what it was?
It did, didn't it?
I mean, that was 17 upwards.
Wow. And I mean, that was 120.
I think it was £6,900 for the car.
Yeah.
With the first year's insurance for a 17-year-old upwards.
That's a
1.6,
wasn't it?
Included. That was the standard Paxo, I think, and the VTR. Not the VTS, I don't think, but the VTR. Hopefully we're not getting this wrong, but you definitely got free insurance.
The VTR was 100
with a
brake.
Saxo.
Yeah, the VTS I don't think you got free insurance with. That was the 120 brake, 16 valve maybe, 120, 130.
Yeah. So it was definitely a very different time, because now insurance, even for people of our age, is getting to silly levels.
Isn't it?
And I just wonder when, Alice is nearly 13. Let's say she's 18 and she passes a test quickly, when she's 18 years old.
By the age she's 30, she might have saved up enough for the first year's insurance.
Yeah. And that's a joke, but it's not far off, really, is it?
Well, you're looking at, I think, young people paying, £2,000 to £3,000.
How much was the J person at work when he first started?
That was a Corsa, wasn't it? That was 2,600, was it?
2,600. That's with a black box.
Mm. Well, I remember telling him how much I was paying for my insurance. And it was
like 300 quid.
Mini Cooper S. It was like 300 quid. I was like, a month. I'm like, no, that's for you.
Yeah, he was paying as much a month as we were paying.
That was in a black box, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah,
I don't think you won't touch him without one.
No, and that was the cheapest car to insure, didn't it? We tried every single one.
Yeah, strangely enough, it was a Corsa that was cheapest.
Yeah, £5,000 Corsa, wasn't it? Which was cheaper than a £1,000 Corsa.
Yeah. Presumably,
because you're going to look after it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just society. Is social media a problem? As all these influencers, cough cough, that are showing off, money and cars and going, brum, 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 and driving through London. Is there some cultural effect going on here? Getting a bit too meta here, but you know what I mean?
Well, do people feel like they deserve to be able to just cut everybody else off?
There's an entitlement that
that's
exists
the
these
word
days.
I'm better than X, Y, and Z.
Well, no,
look at this. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Merge in turn.
Yep.
I mean, we were as a zipper effect. We were in the right place, and it's just.
I could tell that. I mean, I wasn't even accelerating to cut him up or anything. There was just 2 lanes going into one.
And his wife was going, "Don't let him in, Jeff. Don't let him in. He's trying to cut you up. He's trying to cut you up." Even though in some of those merging turns, it literally says use both lanes.
Yeah.
What's he doing? The people that pull over to block that lane so you can't get past are the worst. Oh, look at him. He's jumping the queue. No, I'm just doing what you're meant to do. An emerging turn. Go right to the end.
I guess I wonder how many people think that that's bad driving.
Oh yeah, they're shouting at you, and you're going, but it's you that's wrong.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Did you know?
Well, I had a recent one in Bradford where pulling right over a mini roundabout, and the woman coming towards me came straight across and blocked me. And
stopped on the roundabout?
Stopped on the roundabout, yep, so I couldn't go. And she wouldn't move out of the way. And I said, I've got right of way because I'm on your right.
You entered the mini roundabout first?
Yep.
Right.
I was on...
Indicating?
Yep, I was on her right. And she pulled out in front of me. And she went, no, I'm going straight across. I've got right of way.
I love it when people say straight across on a roundabout.
Yeah.
Not first exit, second exit.
No, you've not. She went, you'll have to move. I said, I can't move because you're blocking my exit.
Surely she was going straight on, so you weren't blocking her?
Yeah.
So where was she expecting you to move to?
I don't know. So after a bit of her venting and me laughing, she eventually moved after all the other cars started beeping at her to get out of the way and shouting at her.
Shouting at her?
Yeah.
So who was behind you? Was there any...
2 taxis.
Oh, God. In Bradford?
Yeah. They have places to be.
Yeah.
They have, customers in the car.
And she was... I mean, the thing is, even if you were in the wrong, why would you stop your car on a mini roundabout and get out?
Yeah. Well, I could see it because it's one of them where I could see it was going to happen, and most of the time, you'll pull there and you'll have to slam on because somebody goes straight across, and you look at them and go like that, and they'll go, "Sorry."
Yeah. Or they just won't look at you at all, as it usually happens.
And this time, she just stopped in the middle of the road, like, this happens to me every day, and people shout at me. Maybe it happens every day because you're not.
They're the best, aren't they? They're the best. The people.
Or roundabouts where you get 2 lanes going round, and you're like, they're going to cut from.
Yeah, they're just going to dive across.
And they do every time, and you can tell, can't you? It's like.
I never, ever, and it's the first thing I will say to Alice when she starts driving. Never be side by side with someone on a roundabout.
No, because they've got no idea.
And it will always go 50-50 on insurance.
Yeah.
Always, unless you have irrefutable proof, and even then.
And then you've got those people that approach the roundabout in the first lane, second lane, third lane.
First lane, second lane, so left or right, 1, 2, 3.
So
we're trying to describe this. We're not idiots. We're trying to describe because not everyone's watching it.
So say on a dual carriageway, it'll be the overtaking lane where they approach the roundabout with.
If you will.
And then what they'll do is they'll proceed to use all of the lanes on the roundabout.
Racing line.
Yep, all of them.
The racing line, yeah.
And
I
you're
like that one.
you've got lanes on the roundabout as well.
Or my favourite, as we're talking about bypass, and we've got a lot of bypasses near us, where they will remain in lane 2, so the outside lane of 2, on a dual carriageway, for the entire length of the bypass.
No matter how fast.
Yeah, for a mile and a half, because they're taking the third exit.
Mm-hmm.
So they won't go in lane 1 and then move across near the roundabout. Well, I'm turning right, as they would call it. I hate people who say turning right roundabout. I'm turning right in a mile and a half.
Well, the overtaking lane, as far as I was aware, was for German vehicles. So you put your German vehicle in that lane, it doesn't matter how fast you go, you're allowed to use that lane, and that's an exclusive right.
Do Teslas gain access to that now, or they're not quite there yet?
Well, you're getting more and more BMW drivers driving Teslas, aren't you?
Company car drivers.
Yeah, so I suppose they're slowly getting there, but it's generally not the car that cuts you up.
I've just realised.
What's that?
That's the entry for Tesla into that lane, because the new Tesla Model 3 has no indicator stalks, to the point where people won't be using them.
Just like a BMW?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
fantastic.
think that's the ticket in?
Well, without a doubt.
The Illuminati that run that lane unofficially went, yeah, the only way you're doing that is you get rid of your indicator stalks. As a laugh.
And Elon Musk went, touche.
But no, it does happen, doesn't it? I mean, if we saw ourselves 20 years ago, we'd be like, what the hell is he doing?
Oh, now it's...
But now I think it's I don't know. Would we be arrogant? That I never
It's a
cut people up.
barefaced cheek of it.
I guess if we're being honest, I won't say dangerous, but certainly silly, unnecessary overtakes is probably a better one.
Yeah, just not breaking the speed limit, but just
No.
making pace where perhaps you could have gone 15 miles an hour slower
Yeah.
behind the person.
I have never ever driven down somewhere, certainly on the wrong side of a road, and then dived in. I've never cut up people, like jumped the queue.
No.
Because I just wouldn't, even when I was that age, I wouldn't have done that. So no one's a saint on the road, but it's again, going back to that, it does seem to be a level of, I don't give a monkery, and I'm using different words there.
And I think as well, if the police did pull you, what are they gonna do?
Driving without due care and
How
intentions
would
about
they
all
get you for
it.
it? I mean, it does seem incredibly difficult to pin anything on anybody anymore.
Well, yeah. So, well, is there a solution to this using, because we usually put the world to right, so is there a solution to this?
I mean, do you have I don't know. I guess the only solution to it really is to have more police on the road.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Which would get rid of many problems, quite frankly.
I mean, I almost thought about, well, what you could do is a test every so often, or a written test every so often,
Well,
multiple choice. But that's not going to stop people from driving stupid.
Well,
outside of
this
that.
isn't a lack of skill, is it? It's a mindset. No one would jump jumping a red light's dangerous, but no one would deliberately skip a queue, how we've described already, without being that type of person, would they?
No, I wouldn't.
Because they probably do it in real life. When I say real life, in an actual queue.
Yeah.
At McDonald's or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Well, yeah, exactly. It is like you said earlier. It's like you've just got all your shopping at Sainsbury's or Tesco, and you've got a full trolley there, and somebody just goes right past 4 or 5 people queuing at Christmas time when you're all stressed out, and just basically moves all your shopping back a bit and puts their stuff on and goes, "What are you going to do about it?"
I'm more important than you.
Yeah, I'm more important than you. Everybody should do this because it beats queuing. So what's going to happen? Where's this going to?
The only solution is more police, as you say, because then you catch more people.
Oh, we issue everybody with guns. I'm not suggesting we do that.
But
No, we do need more police officers, which I don't think
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Nah.
So we've got to put up with it then.
Yeah. But
To get to the point, I had maybe about 3-4 years ago, I was driving up home, and there's a section of road where it's just a normal, like an A road, B road, not a busy one, and there was traffic stuck on both sides, and this Golf R came flying up the wrong side, and he dived in front of me to go down the street, narrowly missing the bus that double flashed him, and I thought he'd bumped one of us. And I sent the police the the camera footage because I thought it was that dangerous. And the police said, "Oh well, okay, well you'll have to go to court." so we'll need to bring you to court and you have to testify. And at that point, I was like, nah, it's a bit too much.
When do I have time for? Well, yeah, why is the dash cam?
Why am I getting involved with this?
Why is the dash cam enough?
It's not. No, I'd have to say that I'd witnessed that as well. At which point, it's like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, I drive along on these same roads all the time.
Yeah, well, it turned out later that I saw the car also selling small packages out of his window. So I'm pretty glad.
It's like a travelling salesman.
Travelling salesman, yeah. Like an independent sole trader.
Ah, do you think he was some sort of ecological, herbalist?
I think he was a chemist of some sort.
Ah.
It would look like maybe crushed Alka-Seltzers or something.
Did he have lots of money, like in the middle? Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Undertaking. See, that's a mild thing there.
Yeah, I'd let that off.
That's the sort of thing that we would probably admit to.
He's 20-year-old. He's like, I beat a Tesla.
Is it a 2008 Ford Fiesta?
Yeah.
Underpowered is the most fun.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun having a slow car going fast.
Yeah.
I'll let him have that.
Well, yeah.
So that wasn't dangerous.
No, it was just unnecessary, and it probably wouldn't do what we're talking about. But I would say is it male dominated?
I would say so, yeah. Although, like I said earlier, I do see more females now.
I can't remember if we talked about that on the previous non-recorded podcast or not.
We may have done, yeah. No, that's it. It's I don't know. Who knows? I'm suffering from sleep deprivation. I don't know what's going on. But no, I'd say I do spot quite a few young women doing it now, which always surprises me.
But still predominantly male.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. It seems to be worse as well if it's a group.
Oh yeah.
Probably egging them on.
With some sort of tinted windows in the front and rear.
What's the front? What's with front tinted windows? No, actually, it's windscreen. Have you seen those?
Oh right, what?
Yeah, there's
the windscreen.
There's a tint you can get on your windscreen, which currently is legal. That means you can't see in, but you can see out perfectly.
Like a two-way mirror sorts.
Yeah.
I mean, well, here's a question for you while we're on about, venting at the youths of today.
The youths.
Why?
Why, why?
Or even how are people driving with the seat essentially flat?
Oh, good boys.
I mean, I don't get it. It gets to the point where they're behind the B pillar.
Yep. But can you imagine what you get out and what your back would be like?
Well,
if I did that nowadays, I would have to ring an ambulance to come and collect me from the car.
Well, there's a couple of them who are clearly not very tall, and you think there's no one driving.
Yeah.
You can't see the head above the window. And I just don't understand it. Is that a cool thing these days to really get it back?
I don't know. I mean, if you crash, you're just going to slide out.
Well, yeah.
Your seatbelt's not going to hold you, is it? You're almost in a sleeping position.
And I would say the majority of people that do the things we've been talking about here, lots of vaping going on outside of the window.
Oh, no. Sometimes it's menthol cigarettes as well. You're not really funny smelling cigarettes.
Oh, like a parsley.
Yeah. Marjoram.
Herbally.
Yeah. Maybe that's just Bradford. You'd think they'd be more chilled out drivers.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Given what you are probably interested in, how are you so angry?
Yeah.
No, it's a vent that we're doing. It's a test because you might find this thoroughly annoying with the road noise.
So just us thoroughly annoying.
Well, yeah.
Or you might be going, I agree with you. I'm also of your certain age, and these young people annoy me.
In fact, is there anyone watching this who is below 25, should we say?
I doubt it.
Well, yeah, judged by the analytics, it won't be. Who would agree or disagree, I guess.
Yeah. We're not saying it's all young people, but
no.
I tend not to see people. Do you know, as you get older, it's difficult to age people, isn't it? But I don't tend to see people over 30 doing those sorts of things.
She must be 17.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, I can't judge people anymore.
I'd be pointless if I worked in the co-op and I had to ID people. If they didn't have a man didn't have a massive grey beard, I'd ID him. I don't have a clue.
Well, that's why they say anyone that looks over 25. If you don't look over 25, we're going to ID you.
Yeah, I'd be everybody.
It's easier for women though, isn't it? Women can make themselves look significantly older.
Oh, yeah.
Significantly.
As your court case found out.
Well, that was never proven.
It was nice.
I've still got a clean DBS, thank you very much.
Well, as you said, who are you going to believe? A lady or an Englishman?
But no, it's well, I don't know. I think there's a bit of an age thing with us, isn't there? In terms of the older you get, the less you care about
You don't like
going beep, beep, beep,
Yeah,
you
it's like-
idiot, you idiot. You are more relaxed and chilled, aren't you, the older you get, in terms of a driver, I mean.
I think it's probably your body producing less testosterone.
I can't be bothered with this.
Yeah, it just seems like a lot more effort than it's worth, really. So
But yeah, if you are putting something in the comments, put your age on. I'd be interested to know, I don't know, 30, 40, 50. And yes, these youths of today,
I agree. However, you think it's the standard of driving from everybody has gone down.
yeah,
I mean, we've done dangerous, haven't we? Have we to talk about like people who don't know how, like I said earlier, about how roundabouts work?
that's always been, but is it worse
give
now?
ways
Well, yeah.
and merges.
No, that.
Does there need to be an annual check?
I'm in favour of maybe every 10 years you have to not pass the driving test, but like a
Theory.
basic driving test of sorts.
I think you could do it from. I think a theory test. You go, a centre. You fill in. I'll say I haven't done, but how often do you read the highway code when it changes and get a new copy of it?
You just wait until the Daily Mail gives you the highlights.
Exactly. Yeah. Cyclists can do what now? Who's got the right of way?
Well, yeah. How many people? Yeah, you don't, do you? You're meant to read it every 2 years, aren't you, when it
Yeah.
comes out? I can't remember the last time I read it.
No.
But I am in favour of retests every so often. It'll get rid of the older person who gets a bit confused, should we say, driving the wrong way down the motorway,
Yeah.
because someone will go, I'm afraid I can't let you have your driving licence back. I'm not saying if you fail, you can't drive. You'd probably get several attempts. They've got to be realistic here.
Yeah.
But maybe that would increase the level of standard. But if we're not talking about the standard of driving, you can pass the test, but then he's just going to carry on cutting people up.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
It is back down to policing.
It doesn't change anything with the Yep.
A Golf, turbo diesel, lowered, gold wheels.
And the R32 exhaust.
That's a quick car.
I would say that.
No indicators.
That's probably one of the quickest cars on the planet.
So what? Oh, in fact, no, we've done that way. So what car is it? That is. Yeah. But even they're reasonably quick for even a basic model, aren't
It's
they?
going to be 150, 170 brake horsepower, something like that.
So again, it's back to hot hatch levels of the 90s to 90s, sort of going in. So yeah, maybe it's just that bit of everything's got quicker, more traffic on the road, people have got less patience. We're older and more old moany.
We're definitely more moany, yeah.
I like a good moan.
Thing is, we're not part of the problem anymore, are we? We're trying to stop it.
Or maybe we are, and they're the most dangerous people in the world.
Yeah.
We're just leaving a trail of destruction behind us and we don't know it's there.
There's never any cars behind him.
So, well, yeah. Shall we end it there? Anything more you want to say? Because
How long have we got?
we've been 34 minutes nearly.
And what did we start talking about?
Standard of driving.
And we finished on the standard of driving. That's a pretty
Yeah,
good
but
circle.
we
We
could-
went all the way over.
We could keep going though, couldn't we? Let's face it.
Oh, so we'll leave it to half an hour. And maybe if we can think of something else.
I'll tell you what, I've got one more thing to mention.
Okay.
They've really nailed it down, haven't they? Using your phone
Oh, yeah.
when driving.
Yep.
I see it more now than ever before.
Yeah, driving on the phone.
And there's not a car in the last 20 years
It doesn't have Bluetooth.
that shouldn't have Bluetooth, doesn't it? Which I don't get. And you see people in like high-end Range Rovers.
Holding the.
You're like, but yeah, they're doing that, aren't they?
Yeah. If I hold it in my hand and use it like a radio like that,
Oh yeah, I've got to mention
so I'll
that.
speak into the bottom of it and then put it to my ear.
People walking down the road, let alone in a car, on the speakerphone, and then doing that, like you say. Just turn the speakerphone and use it as a phone.
Yeah.
Not go, hello, how you doing? And then put it to your ear. Oh yeah, that's fine. And then put it to your ear.
They've almost gone back to the days of having those two, do you know those telephones where you had the headphones and the microphone separately? Like back in the
Oh, yeah,
50s.
yeah, yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
There was someone when
Hoi hoi.
I was waiting for a train on Sunday, and there was someone with headphones in, clearly listening to the conversation on the headphones,
We're talking really loud.
like that,
Yeah.
holding
what?
the phone in front of them, going, yeah, that's fine, that's great. And I could see it wasn't, it was all going through there. They had a
Mike.
mic. So I'm like, why you hadn't What are you holding your phone up in?
You see,
I don't understand the youth of today, damn it.
sometime in the past, these sorts of people would go out to sea fishing, and then naturally the wild would take them. But nowadays, they just live amongst us.
Health and safety has got rid of a lot of Darwin's law, sort of.
That's on it, yeah. Don't drink bleach. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, phones have got even worse. And the penalties now are quite severe, aren't they?
So £200 fine and 3 points for your phone?
Or is it 6 points now?
I don't know.
I know it's at least 3. But yeah, they increased the fines, didn't they? Because no one was paying attention. And it's made no difference.
No. Well, the thing is, I think a lot of the people committing the crimes haven't got the ability to pay the fine, or they're not insured.
Yeah, that's the least of the worries.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else you want to have a moan about? You know what the podcast turns out to be? It's therapy.
It's therapy, yeah.
For us, this is just therapy.
Just kids. Why are kids so happy? No.
But they're not. How do you know? I mean, most of what Alice does is on a phone.
Yeah.
And you're going around to see your friends? No.
Have they got real friends anymore? They're all like pen friends, aren't they? But you get to see them on the phone.
During the whole of summer, Alice saw her friends, as in went there or they came to us, twice in 6 weeks.
Wow. And the rest of it was just done via some sort of video conference.
Yeah, essentially, it's all on the phone. And I know people go on holiday and we went away a few times, like weekends, so there's that. But like, what? I used to go out every day.
It's when you look at the phone though, and it's like they've got a business conference call going on. There's 4 people there.
Yeah.
You know, all it's missing is the whiteboard behind them.
Yeah, it is. It's quite impressive when you look at it from a
technical point of view. Yeah.
And I don't know about Izzy, she's a bit younger, but Alice has a phone. That's the communication thing.
Oh, and
the iPad, that will have a YouTube video on.
Oh, you've had that.
And then the laptop playing the game.
Yeah, yep.
All at the same time.
Yep.
I don't know how.
But the thing is, on YouTube, they'll be watching it with the iPad turned the other way, so it's a smaller screen. And they're only watching shorts because they haven't got the attention span to know.
Yeah.
Basically, if they can't get the point across in 2 minutes, it's not worth knowing.
She seems to always watch shorts.
Yeah.
I still don't understand the point of them, quite frankly.
All
they do is taking a normal video and taking 10-20 seconds out of the normal video and putting it on another one.
Yeah.
Just watch the video.
There's not enough information that you can get across in 2 minutes.
No. Right.
Let's end it before it ends itself.
Grumpy old men. So we'll finish. So back to the podcast. Is this worth doing occasionally?
It won't be every time.
As an extra, because
1 in 5 maybe.
Yeah. Just because we can do them, should we? So this isn't to replace anything. It's just a case of, well, we've got a 4-hour journey today, so we can get another podcast done as a bonus. Let us know in the comments, and everything we've talked about, if anybody is even still listening, because the noise might have just driven everyone away by now.
We need to have a drunken podcast.
Well, that's what New Year's Eve used to be, but I don't know. It's getting to the point where
Imagine that.
It's getting to the point where it takes me 2 days to recover from being drunk, so I don't want to be drunk anymore.
Yeah, I can't.
My body can't recover it. I used to go out, maybe not get absolutely, just get drunk,
drink until
and then I would be at work Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I mean, this is before I could drive. Before I could drive. No, I was 18 because I was drinking. I mean, I wasn't driving or anything. You'd stay out to 3 in the morning, go to work at 7,
stinking a beer.
Yeah, and then go to finish work and then go out again.
Yeah.
Now I need a week off.
Well, that's one last thing. Kids now, they get up and go to the gym.
Yes.
So Sundays now is about people posting selfies at the gym. If it was back in our day, there'd be people posting pictures of traffic cones in bed. Oh, look, come on with this!
Is that what you used to call them?
Well, yeah.
But no, it is true. It is true. There are a few younger people we work with, and the only time they go on what we call a night out is to a festival.
Yeah.
They don't go out.
That seems to have stopped.
Yeah, but they do go to the gym. So, anyway, we digress. And we've just hit the back of traffic. Now. So, thanks for watching, listening, whatever you're doing, guys. As I said, let us know what's going on. I need to stop talking now because my throat's about to pop.
Then we're going to have some dinner.
oh, should we show people as the last thing what we're having as you know,
we're quite-
90s, 80s, 90s kids?
Yep, common Yorkshireman,
Yep. Hummus
as you do.
with tortilla chips, as it's called, or crisps to dip, and we thought we'd push the boat out. Posh hummus.
It's the most expensive hummus we can find,
With
therefore it must be the best.
Yep, garlic and red pepper. And finally, gluten-free foldable flatbreads.
Yeah, sorry, I'm gluten-free.
Have we become the very people we used to take the mick out of when we were younger?
Middle class. Middle-aged, middle-class people.
Wait a minute, I'm eating hummus in
Hang on,
a Tesla.
Oh, God. Have you got vegan seats?
Oh, fake? What, plastic? Yes.
Oh, my days.
So,
Hang on, we haven't got olives. I
no,
think
we
we
don't
might
have
be saved.
olives.
Oh, no.
We don't have grapes.
And we've got the meat pack as well.
Oh, yeah. Where's that gone?
Oh, it's under there.
Oh, I've got it in my hand. Yep. So we've got Spanish-inspired selection of serrano ham, salchichon and chorizo.
Yeah.
That's how cool we are. Hummus massive.
That's it.
I really would have beaten myself up. If I meet my 18-year-old in a time travel...
I'm going to punch myself.
Thanks for listening, watching, guys. This has just turned into one of our normal podcasts at the end.
Yeah.
Hopefully the noise isn't too bad from the car. So, cheers, bye.
Bye, bye.